So let it come through. Let it come through. Yeah, we're gonna let that come through. Yes, here we go. It's gonna be a good night tonight. We're gonna speak about it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me well. You know what I'm saying? Give it a good clap. Because I'm hearing that YouTube is going out, and hell, I got to find an answer to it. So I would like to say, you know what I mean? Welcome to 1438 North Bank, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And I am your voice of choice, the one and only Michael Coach. You know what I'm saying? My friends call me Conversation. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it today. You know, and what are we gonna talk about today? You know what I mean? Today is only Friday. I was supposed to start a new episode, but I'm not gonna break the episode up. So I'm gonna start the episode Monday, you know what I mean? But today, what am I gonna talk about today? Today we're gonna do an interlude. If you read in the description, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about friendship. You know what I mean? What is it? What is friendship? Is friendship really, you know what I mean? Me always coming to see you, you know what I mean? Because there's a problem with that. There is definitely a issue with that. There's a problem with that, because if we friends, that means we come to see each other. You know what I mean? Except for throughout a lot of my experiences, I found out that I'm going to see everybody else. You know what I mean? And that's just not feasible. So give me 1 second. Yes. Yes. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say that, because I'm at a crossroad, and that crossroad, I'm cutting a lot of things off. And the reason why I'm cutting a lot of things off, because they just don't fit anymore. You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? Sometimes you have to go through the Rolodex and look at everything that you're doing as far as everything in your life. And I, for one, I had most of my experiences in life. People always want me to come see them, but nobody never comes to see me. You know what I mean? And just the case in question. I'm talking to a friend today. I ain't seen him in a while. You know what I mean? We up here in the shop. You know what I mean? He like, Mike, I'm gonna come see you. You know what I mean? I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? In a minute, he like, how come I ain't seen you? I'm like, I always come out to your house. You know what I mean? We got to change that aspect. There has to be a 50-50. There has to be a 50-50. You know what I mean? Because, it is what it is. I've been going out to his house for years. And that goes to say, yeah, it's a little hot in here. Ooh, hell. Are we going to cut this? I think we should cut it tonight. Cool. We're going to cut it tonight. Hell. Oh, yeah. I don't think so. We're gonna hit it back. And the reason being because that looking a little vampirish. It ain't it's not it's not Halloween. And the reason why I'm coming with this point, it's not a mute point, it's not a bad point. It's just one to say that if I'm always coming to see you, then we're really not friends. You know what I'm saying? And hell, let's put a vibe to it. We got to. And the reason why I got on this point tonight, like I said, I didn't want to break up my next episode because I'm truly hyped about it. I thought I had a friend of mine coming over tonight. He does security as well. You know what I mean? And one thing about my man who does security as well, I thought he was gonna come over and we was gonna chit chat it up and discuss the situation that happened this weekend. You know what I mean with myself. But then again, I see he ain't coming. So it is what it is. What it ain't, it should never be. Yeah, I'm having a time with this damn microphone. You know what I mean? And hold on, let me get this right. Damn microphone. I've been fighting with this thing for forever. It's this one. Okay, cool. There we go, finally. Yeah. So my guy was supposed to come through tonight. We was gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna just be honest with him. Like I told him, I said I'm not gonna see you until you come see me. He was like, man, I hear you, I hear you. I'm like, whatever. So these are just my experiences. You know what I'm saying? I want to say what's up to my man Jay Rose up in the hills. You know what I'm saying? My girl Tyra and my girl Kim. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a vibe. And hell. So let's get to it. Let's get right to it. Yeah, the man is looking good, pumping real good. You know what I mean? Whew, wait till y'all see me this year. It's gonna be murder. Because back on the good rhythm in life, got to check one or two figures that I definitely got to holler at, but see, we not even know that. So, yeah, my man was supposed to come holler at me. He was supposed to be sitting right next to me tonight, you know what I'm saying, doing the podcast, you know what I mean? And because we both do security, and we both had experiences over the years, and, I just want to get his point of view. We was going to laugh, sit here, kick it, you know what I'm saying? Drink a little bit, blow a little bit. And even though I'm not supposed to be drinking, but I was gonna make an exception for him, you know? And it just is what it is. You run in the race and it's always go. So throughout my experiences, I think it's just, saying being the person that I am, you know what I mean? I've always been a little kind of weird, and what I mean by a little kind of weird is that, I'm sensitive. I really don't want to talk to nobody. I really didn't want to get to know people. But then when I came out of my shell by, moving on Brown Street, having experiences and seeing experiences, always sitting on the porch, you will never get nowhere in life sitting on the porch. you know and then as I chose to partake, and start to meet people and become a part of groups and social cliques and situations, that I started to understand the meaning of friendship. Who was my friends? Who was I gravitated to? I gravitated to the nerds. I gravitated to the people who wanted to learn, because all of the people who put their hands on people, they really didn't know too much. They'd be in class, asking for answers to the test. You know what I'm saying? Their clothes look hungry. You know what I'm saying? They look hungry. You know what I'm saying? They look in their eyes is hungry. You know what I'm saying? And you sit in, and I used to sit there and just look like prey. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest, I used to look like prey. I used to get hit with the spitballs and all that. We just got to be real and honest, you know what I'm saying, about things like that. Because even though I grew into this strong, formidable force, it's just you got to be honest. You got to lay it on the line. Like I said, this is my therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Gen X cross generational specialist, and I'm speaking my critique. I'm putting my skeletons out there, cleaning my closet, opening up every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. And if you're on Facebook, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Send your man some stars, because with these gold teeth, I got to eat, baby. And then if you're not on Facebook, then you can go to OGKUSHMIL, OG Kushmil on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you're not on Facebook, then what you want to do is go to Michael Coates, you know what I'm saying? Become a subscriber member and send me some stars, goddammit. These gold teeth gotta eat and be complete. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say hello and hi to everyone. And if this is your first time, welcome to the one and only 1438 North 9th Up podcast. And I am your voice of choice, the one and only conversation. Call me Big Mike, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So it's a little hot up in here, can't you tell? You know what I mean? I'm just, man, Lord, let me get it through. Now, the reason why I'm sweating so much, because I've been in that gym killing it, and it's that post sweat. So, I got a big thing of water right here. Let me get some water, because I'm sitting up here sweating like a black man at a white man's funeral. Oh, that tastes good. And I'm not gonna even lie. Megan Thee Stallion has the album of the year. You know what I mean? There is not a bad cut on the album. When I gotta give Megan Thee Stallion a big, hey, when I say everybody, please, I think it's Traumazine or Traumatized. So at first it came up as Traumatized on my title, but now it's coming up as Traumazine. Listen to that woman's album, her lyrical delivery. You know what I mean? Her lyrical delivery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kim, I am, baby. And ooh, a little hot up in here. Yeah, yeah, definitely I am. Like I said, that situation this weekend, I got spit on twice this weekend. So what it did was I felt like it erased my identity. You know what I mean? And I went looking for revenge. You know what I mean? And I learned a lesson about who I am, where I am right now at this point in my life, and what I need to address, and what I need the universe to come in and take control of. You know what I mean? Because I definitely am. I am. My name is Michael. I sit right next to God. I'm bending on one knee. You know what I'm saying? My right knee is down. My hands are palmed up. My carbon fiber wings are saying, Lord, what do you want me to do? And whatever, your higher power is, that's your higher power. But that's just my stance right there. You know what I mean? And that's just a beautiful thing. And yeah, I'm a joyous person, but I do, on the other side of that joyous is pain, baby. You know what I'm saying? Is war. It's the God, Aris, you know? So let me get back to the level at hand. Hey, Megan Thee Stallion, there is not a bad cut on the album. You know what I'm saying? I am hyped. I listened to the whole album even before I got on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? When I say I was bumping that boy, I was bumping that boy. I ain't gonna lie, I was bumping that boy. Oh my God, look at that. My man, right? Yeah, and I did get your message, Ray. I hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you, baby. I appreciate what you're doing. Hey, but you got to come over here and talk on this podcast with me about training with your little short self. I love you. Hope the kids doing good. And that's good energy. And I think that's really, and that's just the way I'm flowing. So like I got to get back on Megan Thee Stallion. I ain't lying, y'all. I am not lying. Her album, her lyrical delivery, her subject content, her flow, her stance, her delivery, her stripping herself of every headline that was given to her stripping herself and magnifying it, owning in it, taking the power in it, making the stallion. I'll give you a kiss, baby. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to my man Ray for sending the man some stars. Cause look, y'all, with this gold teeth, the man gotta come complete. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, baby. You know what I mean? It is a pleasure. And beyond that, so the subject for tonight is: are we really friends if it's one way? You know what I'm saying? Are we really friends? Let this start hit you. Are we really friends if I always come to see you? Are we really friends if I always buy everything? Are we really friends if you never come my way? Are we really friends if you always make an excuse for coming my way? And are we really friends, you know what I'm saying, if we never go out like players? So I just had to tell my man, I heard one thing when I was growing up, and it hit me like this: two mountaintops will never meet, but a friend to come and see you if you want to come see you, you know? And that's the subject pointed tonight. Are we really friends if I always come your way? Are we really friends if I always come see you? Are we really friends if we don't never go out for a playing night on the town? You understand? We grown men. I'm not coming and sit in no living rooms. I done came and sat in backyards. I done came and kicked it on the corners. You know what I'm saying? I done came to y'all barbecues. I come to y'all states. You know what I'm saying? But then everybody else got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? So cool. I'm like this. if you don't come see me and I make an effort to come see you, an honest effort, and a lot of my friends, they hermits, they get on Facebook, they do things like that. I hit them up, hey, I'm in your town, I'm coming to see you. They be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you. Okay, cool. Because if you got a can of Crisco on the stove, if you got a can of Crisco on the stove, I do not want to come there. You know what I'm saying? Because the big heart in me, I've been robbed a lot over the years. You know what I'm saying? I go see my people. If they doing bad, I bless them. You know what I'm saying? But the blessings, they became too much. They said, boy, you the big homie. Yes, true that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I've earned that. You know what I'm saying? I got that stripes. You know what I'm saying? Why cry about it? You know what I mean? You got to keep moving. What am I missing? Oh, damn candle right there. Hold on. Yeah. Park looking good. Man, yeah, you gotta elevate this one real quick. I should have put it on my H1. What's an H1? This is an H1. You know what I mean? It holds the camera and it moves, which has got a light on it. I got to get back into that because my spirit has been moving in different ways. I'm running again. Hey, Ray, I ain't gonna lie. I'm running 2 miles every day back on it. I'm in the gym 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And oh, I'm the beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the North Pole. Take it slow. My name is Big Money Mizzo. You know what I mean? Let's get it, y'all. Put a little things on. Are we really friends? Hold on. Boy, put your glasses on. Because I can see with this point. I can see with this point. Do yeah. So here we go. Are we really friends? I love you to death. You my guy. You my homegirl. You my friend. We grew up. But if I'm always borrowing you money, like I told you on the interlude yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I want that little funky ass. Hold on, let me put my fingers. Boom. That's right there. That's right there. I know what that is. I want that little funky ass money back. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. And what the, it is what it is. If I'm always borrowing you something, and I didn't have my times in life where I've had that. I ain't sitting up on no damn high horse. I'm just talking about the things that I'm going through now. Hell, I done slept in a garage or two. I didn't have it hard, but I got it together. You know what I mean? And I figured it out. You know what I mean? So that's just the cause and essence of it. So I ain't never sitting on a high horse saying, and I'm not so barred up on being from a struggle point that I ain't gonna never speak about my success. You know what I'm saying? I deserve everything in high places, and that's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And I bring luxury down to me. If I can go out and pay $50 to $100 for a damn meal, I can spend the same price on those ingredients, you know what I'm saying, and cook it in my house, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy a nice time and table, you know what I'm saying, before I go out, and pay for it somebody else. You know what I mean? Bring luxury down to yourself. Bring high class living down to yourself. If you see it somewhere, recreate it, sit down, take a slow time to eat it. I stopped drinking beer, went to rosé only, you know what I'm saying? And then just straight Bel Air, you know what I'm saying? I just had to change my choices. I was, accident threw me off for a little bit, you know what I mean? And so I had to rebound. I'm only human, you know what I'm saying? I'm only somebody, And so, yeah, but I gotta say, Megan Thee Stallion has the album of the year. I just gotta hit it like that. She got one. Oh my God. She described the arts of Kama Sutra in such a heavenly, passionately way. And being a beautiful black queen, I'm gonna celebrate her. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't listen to too much non-lyrical delivery. I need a lyrical delivery with a point of subject and with a subject matter that I feel that's relevant to my state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 51 this year. You know what I'm saying? Who you laughing at? I said I'll be 51 this year. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a good thing. I'm living my years. I'm halfway dead and halfway alive. You know what I mean? And most people say, "What do you mean by that?" Hell, energy transfers. And shout out to my brother Brian Fitzgerald, coach, and everybody that has passed through this rhythm that we call life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have passed through this rhythm of that we call life on this big blue planet. And I want to send my biggest condolences to everybody that has lost their life for no reason at all, indiscriminately. With the mass shootings that just happened. You know what I'm saying? And just people losing their life in car accidents. Let me take my glasses off that so I can address that and not be informal and be respectful to the subject that I'm speaking on. You know, like I said, my heart goes out to all the families that have lost somebody, recently in the past. I can't speak for all the souls that are not on my timeline before my timeline. Except for as I'm looking at the news, and seeing people coming from Drake concerts, losing their life, people going to a parade to celebrate, and it's just, it's so crazy because people just don't know that the actions that have hidden benefits and hidden consequences in a metaphysical world. You know what I mean? There are other dimensions that exist at the same time that we exist, on metaphysical planes. And if you don't believe that, why that's one of the reasons why you have those things called dreams. you know? Let me set that up like that. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we have those things called dreams. There's a metaphysical energy that surrounds our physical plane. You know what I mean? It's more than one dimension, and that's just me. That's why I'm always wearing crystals. That's why I'm always wearing jade. You know what I mean? That's why everything you see on me, that it has a meaning. You know what I mean? And it's for protection against certain spirits and entities like that. That's just how I was raised. And this one goes against my skin. Because I don't want my jade to cling because it's just like glass. So with that being said, definitely, definitely give a heartfelt, energy balance to the world, for the world to calm down for a minute. So my heart goes out to everyone that has lost somebody, not naturally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say that right there, and we're gonna lift the spirits and walk on out respectfully. But are we really friends? You know what I'm saying? If I only come over to your house, you know what I mean? If you always in my car and you always sucking up my gas, and if I'm always taking you somewhere, which we don't even do no more, you know what I'm saying? We don't even do that no more. Yeah, I had to. If somebody called me for a ride, I think I faint. You know what I mean? You got to be somebody really, really tight for me to give you a ride. Because you got Uber, you got these things called your feet, you got these things called Jordans, you got these things called Air Max, and one foot in front of the other will get you moving from one space to in the space that you've been in. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up walking. You know what I mean? I would walk from Hillside Projects all the way up to 86 in Bedford. You know what I mean? And that is really because that is a long walk. I think that's a 6 hour walk. And most of the time, I was power walking it, and hell, I think that's how I stayed in shape. you know? So are we really friends if I always come to see you? You know what I mean? Are we really friends if the subject matter, we don't have anything to talk about, but the only thing we're doing is sitting there and drinking and reminiscing about things of the past? I'm going to call us alcoholics, winos, or street buddies. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I hear the crows speaking. You know what I mean? What's that? I hear that over here. I hear the crows speaking. You know what I mean? Because that's just saying that there's no friendship there. It's do you want to come see me? I'm some type of superstar. I'm not coming out because I need you to honor me. You know what I mean? And I'm not leaving out of my 4 mile radius. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving off the west side of Chicago. I'm not leaving off the south side of Chicago. But you can come up off the north side. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it take me about 45 minutes or, something like that to get to some of my friends, that's on out the Southwest, or the West side or the South side. It's a beautiful drive. I'm not gonna lie. It is a gorgeous drive. And number one, I did not buy no damn car to not drive it. You know what I'm saying? I did not get a beautiful chariot to not roll past you and know that my car looks better than yours. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put that money in it for it to just sit there like that. You know what I mean? Because, like Too Short said, I got to slow down and let you count the spokes, baby. Hey, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story did begin. You know what I'm saying? And tell your auntie I said hi, and tell your mama I said don't ask why. You know what I mean? There's a story of glory for everything that comes up. You know what I mean? And if you know me, I used to sit on the green voltage thing, you know what I'm saying, on the corner of 1438 North 9th, right on the corner at the adjacent corner where you make the right turn by Jaeger Bread, and Wonder Bread was right there, baby. You know what I'm saying? And who am I? The voice of choice, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say thank you for, coming for this time, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And kicking it with me, you know what I'm saying? Have a glass, have a drink, have a talk. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's think. You know what I mean? Because number one thing about being a street talking motivational speaker, you know what I mean? And that's what I am. I got to create my own lane in life, because, being a weird person like I am, I'm cool weird. I'm not like I'm a spit on you weird. And when I say weird, that just means that the ecosystem that I'm in, I'm projected a certain type of way. I'm supposed to look a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people I deal with, I'm either smarter than them on their level, lateral level, or I'm looking for a higher education. Because what did I do most of the time growing up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? I was in Central Youth Library. I was at Milwaukee Public Museum. I was at the Discovery Center. I was stealing cans out of Pabst Brewery with Charles, Timmy, my brother Brian, and Randy, oh big yellow self, you know what I mean? And we was getting it, you know what I mean? And I just want to say what's up to Martine Robinson. Look at that. You know what I mean? I got Lamb Park up in here, got my man Ray Sanchez up in here, you know what I'm saying? Got my girl Kim. I got my girl Tyra up in here. Let's do it, y'all. Let's rock and roll. And just want to get the ladies a big, because I couldn't even lie. I was at the Chicago Auto Show. I was showing out. Ray, I was showing out. I was at the Chicago Auto Show, and then I'm back on the grizzle. I can deadlift 630. So I'm down there. I see a little 345. I had to pull the trigger, y'all. And it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying, to be, have y'all here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Are we really friends if I only come to see you? You know what I mean? Because sometimes it feel like this. How come I'm only coming to see you and you don't never come see me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's not fair. The shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get right, big homie. You know? And that's just the way it goes sometimes, and that's the little voice in me. That's that monster saying, how come we always going over there and that Marg ain't coming to see us? You know what I'm saying? Or you going to see your cousins, and those used to be the people that I used to mess with. So I want to say shout out to my bum ass relatives, you know what I'm saying? That ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and that's to all the people that call themselves my family. And the people that I put in place to be my family, I want to say shout out to y'all. I love y'all very much, and it's a pleasure to have y'all in my life. And I think that's really, and I just want to salute y'all, and just like that. Yeah, so, and if this is your first time joining me, I would like to say hi. Welcome to 1438 North 9th, the podcast. Who am I? Michael Coach, your voice of choice, baby. And it's a pleasure to have y'all here tonight, and What am I doing? I'm a street talking motivational speaker, Gen X cross generational specialist. I'm putting my skeletons out there. I'm throwing my secrets out there. I'm throwing my weaknesses and my faults out there. Because if you think that you can break me, I don't think that you can. You know what I mean? And I'm not even looking for the challenge because if I see you coming, I'm going to break you down. So I'm doing this so people can learn from my experiences, have a point to laugh. You know what I mean? Sit down and remember a few things in the people that we've lost. You know what I'm saying? From Lampin Park, Hillside, and Mayflower Court. You know what I mean? Because those are that is the circumference of the ecosystem that I lived in. You know what I mean? When we went to the swimming pool to swim, and it was 10 cent or 50 cent or a quarter to get in, and you're walking down that hall, and I'm gonna just put you in a small context. Think of a small brick building, you know what I mean, with those tan and yellow bricks. And you know what most field houses look like. You walk up, there's that little gate right there, and it was like Big Daddy or somebody or Big Rodney or one of them, Big Henry or one of them behind the gate. They was teenagers taking the money. And back then all you had was Word Up magazine. They had the boom box in back of them. You know what I mean? And all you got on is some damn shorts, and you can smell pee on the ground. But you trying to get up in the swimming pool, or you sneak in free. You go to the back turnstile and you squeeze through and you get in. But I tell you, man, I don't know what the hell we was thinking when we used to walk on the floors and take that little shower. But then walking out to that swimming pool, it felt like we were not in Hillside. If hey, it felt like we was not in Latin Park. You know, it felt like, we were in the little country club hills. That little space, Carver Park. I love Carver Park so much, except for I have to stay away from certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll take from you. And walking out, I could still see it when you walk out. It was so bright. Like you bust that right turn, you come out of that little green, smell a little pee, but you want to get into that pool. You come around that turnstile right there, you bust that right turn, then you see that little shadow, from the booth. Once you make that left, all you hear is laughter. All you hear or see is just crystal clear water. You can see to the bottom of the pool. It looked like the Bahamas in in right there in our little piece of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? I am not. It was so beautiful. It was white concrete ground. All the lifeguards was sitting up. They had red on. The lifeguards was cool. I remember three of the Latino lifeguards and two of the white lifeguards. And I was impressed because there were also black lifeguards. They were always on point. They saved so many people drowning. I love my swimming test. When I did my swimming test, when you swim to that line, I swear to God, I used to drown all the time. My sister used to drown the hell out of me all the time, with her little devious self, you know. But I'm telling you, when you look at the lifeguard and you want to go over to the 10 feet, 11 and 12 feet, and they don't let you over that line, you got to pass that swim test. I'm talking about you jumping at 6 feet. And I swear, I used to be so scared, but I learned how to dive at Carver Park. I learned how to swim. And like I said, the water was so clear. Like, man, it went from like the baby pool on up. And that's how, I learned to swim in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's just so beautiful. We had a little small oasis, you know, and once you swam to that line and came back and you went over to the 10 feet, you felt like you was somebody. And I ain't gonna lie, that wonderful, and when you got too tired of swimming, you would lay down on that concrete, and I'm talking about when you stood up, it was like you had crystals on you, like diamonds, and we would lay there, dry off, and I tell you, the wonderful experience about being from a community of people and a legion of people in the projects, because even though they put us in projects to fail, You know what I'm saying? The community, the family, and the memories of experiences and critical thinking skills, the memories of fights or people getting killed, and just the whole amalgamy, and recipe of what goes into, my life to live, and the people that I ran into, and looking and tasting the memories and knowing, even as I was young, you know what I mean? Knowing that it was a special place to be, on Brown Street, or on the west side of Chicago or the south side of Chicago, or over my auntie's house on Van Buren, or my grandmother's house on Van Buren, or my grandmother's house, what I'm saying, on East 84th Street. You know what I'm saying? You know, the dichotomy between the McKinleys and the Coates family, of being wanted, not being wanted on the Coates side, but being wanted on the McKinley side. So shout out to all my real family on the McKinley side. You know what I'm saying? Um, the love that y'all give me from my cousins is Derek, on down to my country ass daddy, Samson Jack McKinley. I'm gonna give you your props, Pete. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get right. But the McKinley side of my family loves the hell out of me. And I love that so much. And I never really speak about the McKinley side of my family, but I'm going to speak about the McKinley side because the relatives on the Coast side, I really don't deal with those people. You know what I mean? I let them be. They can have their vacations, they get togethers, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling, I'm telling what happened at grandma's house. I'm telling we used to play house. I'm telling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling what happened in Hillside. You know what I'm saying? So tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story about to begin. But not tonight. Not tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street talking motivational speaker. When I get into grooming and where does love really come from? Does love come from inside the home? Is it cousin love? Where does love really come from? Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to clean that closet out, I'm telling, if you did anything to me, you were going to be a 3-episode series, especially my uncle, especially my uncle. Shots fired. You know what I'm saying? Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend. I'm naming names, I'm naming situations, dates, times. Y'all call it receipts. I call it some bad things that happen in life. And I got to make sure that I abide by community guidelines for Instagram and Facebook, So we're going to switch it up. YouTube and Facebook, and that's just is what it is. And I want to get the world a bit because we can't run one built it one night. We're going to talk to it. We're going to tell it. By the time I start telling them stories, when I get to the section on grooming, we talking some shit. You better shut up, Michael Coates. How come you are the way that you are? I wasn't born to be a star. I was already made, elevated, situated up in the recipe and arithmetic of life. You know what I mean? There's a pattern, and hell, my niece told me, she said, Uncle Mike, you making yourself vulnerable. I said, huh? Then a friend of mine said, I appreciate and respect you for your vulnerability. I never thought about it as being vulnerable. I'm cleaning out my closet. It's some coats in there that people don't want to see. It's some jackets in there that people don't want to wear. It's some socks in there that you should not have on. And it's some sweaters in there and you didn't have nothing else on. Uh-oh. So talk to me, you know what I mean? And as I, talk about, my experiences, elevations, and situations in life, I'm cleaning it out. So, hey, tell your mama I said hi, and tell your auntie I said don't ask why. By the time you find out what that means, you'll be like, oh, we'll be about 1 million strong. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm telling. I got to smoke after this, and you got to keep moving. Hell, it is what it is. So, like I said, are we really friends if I'm only coming to see you? Like two mountaintops that I never meet. If I'm only coming to see you, then I'm gonna give you an opportunity to come my way. And if it happens to be a year or two that we don't vibe, and I see you like, hey Mike, and I'm like, what's up? So and so, so and so, and it's just like one thin dime. You know what I mean? It's like one thin dime. I need you to go to the bottom, what I'm saying, of Lake Michigan and bring me up a bag of dry sand. I need you to run to the Sahara and bring me back one black man's turban. And I need you to go up to the moon and breathe without a spacesuit. And by you come back down, then we could be friends and I will pursue you. But until then, it just is what it is. And I'm gonna let the crows flow, and that's not because I will not make the effort. I will give a person an effort, even a second chance, you know what I mean, and make an effort. But hell no, I just, at this point, no, I am not, no new friends, but we got to clean out the closet from the people that's being around and the weight, the metaphysical weight that they carry in my sphere. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, we're gonna give a shout out to Tony Jones, Tonijones. You know what I mean? She got an album called Inner I See My Mantras. You know what I'm saying? She has a wonderful song called Energy Budget. And I gotta give her that love. Energy Budget. I've been listening to Energy Budget for 3 years, and I got to start listening to it again because I ain't listened to it in the past 6 months, and everything ain't been kind of right. It is a wonderful thing. She said, the people that I met through my trauma self, I release. You know what I mean? And she like the people that I met through my new self, they have to be good. They have to be present. They have to have some type of worthiness to be around me. And what is my worthiness to them? She was like, I have to limit my access to social media, social platforms, and who I allow into my cipher. So, people, one thing I will say, be careful, be cognizant, and be aware of the people that are around you, or the people that are just sitting on your energy, or the people that are just draining you, of your energy and your thought to move around and create a bigger, what I mean, create a bigger distance for you to experience. And that's just me saying what I'm doing. I'm not preaching or teaching, but each one reaches one, teaches one. You know what I mean? And if you can learn something from what I'm talking about in my experiences, then I appreciate that. And then if it's humorous to you, I want you to feel laughter and joy. You know what I mean? Because I'm free of my heart. You know what I mean? I can bring pain to the game. You know what I'm saying? Except for I've been through so much where I choose not to. And that's why I'm doing my podcast. So if this is your first time to join me, I would like to say welcome to 1438 North Bank, the podcast. Who am I? Conversation, baby. Your voice of choice. You know what I'm saying? The man with the gold tone talking in a gold microphone. That's who I am. And it's a pleasure for y'all to allow me into y'all hearts and homes tonight for this hour. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. I do all of my topics in 3-episode series. And then I do an interlude. I'm going to read from Donald Goins, Iceberg Slim, new young black authors, people who are not normally published. I'm a street talker, so I'm gonna speak that street talk and talk that slang. Never die alone. You know what I'm saying? Horror Son. Books like that. Give the mind a taste of what really happened. From one or two or three persons' point of view who was really there. Ask pimping down one. You know what I'm saying? Ask the bishop. You know what I'm saying? He can tell you, know what I'm saying, about Donald Goins, Iceberg Slim, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee and Chicago pimps to do it. You know what I'm saying? Fluky Stokes, big pimps like that. My man Virgil up out of Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? Pimpin' Ken, hey, Shamrock, things like that, and my man Pimpin' Adolf, you know what I mean? For back in the days, because yeah, you gave me my pimping hand when I did my thing, and I love you for that, So, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the man with game and no shame came here to claim your name. What's my name? You know what it is, baby. M to the dot coats, and that's just what it is. So, like I said, are we really friends if I'm coming to see you? Because when I come to Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be running and gunning, and when I stop, hey man, well, you stop over here. Well, ma, I got told you on Facebook I was coming. You know what I'm saying? If I told you that I was coming to see you on the phone and I said, okay, I'm here, and you just got off work and you drinking genuine Miller Genuine Draft, I don't drink that fattening ass beer. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink that fattening ass beer. You know what I'm saying? Because I have been 365 pounds before, and it was not funny. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I could not have no sex. My baby mama cheated on me like a motherfucker. And one thing I'm going to say, she took that twissy. I'm going to say twissy. She took that twissy worldwide. You know what I mean? She slept with a Mexican named Alejandro, and then she went with a Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at her. She took that to a sea worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all you community pros or you community chose. That's what I'm gonna say. Chose, because look inside the word chose. CHOZ. There's a primary word in there that Santa like to say, ho, and more ho. You know what I'm saying? Just like a Santa Claus, you know. So all you community advocates, who sit out there and you got a main one and you're going around and you're shaming one. I just want to say, in the words of the great Santa Claus, ho, and more ho. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, learn to love your man. You know what I'm saying? Learn to respect your man. There's some damn good men out here, but there's a lot of you bras out there with some small hearts that are made of coal. You know what I mean? And I just say that because I ran into a few witches of Eastwick, especially in Beloit, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Her name Christy White. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's the baby mama. I got a right to say that. That's the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Just a little wicked little piece of something. You know what I mean? One of the beautiful things. She's a red bone. You know what I mean? But you know what the red bones do? Especially them ver hoes. Dude, I do not work with ver hoes. And I'm going to apologize to the community standards at this time. You know what I mean? And welcome to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. I'm on one tonight. You know what I mean? Because my spirit feeling good. Yeah, my spirit feeling good. And hell. And then we're gonna talk about my other one. You know what I'm saying? My son's mama. You know what I mean? Tyann Berry. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful black queen on this beautiful Black History Month. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the first wicked woman that I spoke about because you can't speak that energy out too much. You know what I mean? And they birth hoes. How in the hell did I have two kids in two different states in two different small towns by two just vicious women, just vindictive women, just women who always trying to get back and took me through the mud? You know what I'm saying? You community pros chose, I should say, your community chose as you spread your influence with your community balance and you have your friends on speed dial, you know what I'm saying? And you got them under auspicious names, and I love turning my phone down. I don't care if you turn your phone down, you know what I'm saying? And you can please go away from me when you talk, but I'm dealing with a beautiful spirit right now. But we talking about, what I'm saying, the chose. We're talking about the chose. It is what it is, what it ain't, shall never be. So ladies, don't be out there with the community program. You know what I'm saying? Love the man that you with, you know what I'm saying? Holler at the boy, you know what I mean? And sometimes women, you need to put something in your mouth. It might be a Twix. Love your man, and then he'll maybe, you know what I'm saying, eat tacos consistently. And we just gonna say it like that. We're just gonna leave that right there. But once again, shout out to Megan the Stallion. Girl, your record is on hit. Instant classic. There is not one garbage song on there. And the way her lyrical flow and delivery, I pray to God that a lot of y'all people out there just listen to more than just the beat. Y'all listen to what's being put into your cipher, what's being grown in your head. You know what I mean? The seeds that are sown for you to think about all day. Don't if you're sitting there flipping through a channel, get your big fat ass up out your couch, go outside and run. You know what I'm saying? If you're flipping through channels all day, get your big fat ass up and get on the floor and do something for yourself. It is what it is. Change starts when you start to change your mind. If you can change that channel, change your habits and change what you're eating. Why? I'm a master trainer. You know what I mean? My certification's on the wall. And if you want to check that out, go to OG773 Fitness. Once again, go to OG773 Fitness on Instagram. All of my information is on there. You know what I mean? I am a highly praised, well qualified master trainer. You want to come holler at me? I got 71-year-old men doing 30 push-ups. I am qualified. I'm excellent. I'm heaven sent. I'm who you want to get with. You know what I'm saying? I am worth that fee. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Make sure you put that in your head. And I would say, but I can't say, you know, I was gonna say in the nah, because he's already famous. I ain't gonna make his more famous. Well, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that Michael Coates is speaking about it once again, baby. You know? And I definitely got to shine a light, more light, and I got to create subjects about my McKinley side of my family off the west side of Chicago, Van Buren. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out, because I love my McKinley side. There were women in my family who taught me how to cook. My grandmother, who was half Cherokee, with the sweetest, bluest eyes and the most softest skin. That is my grandma McKinley, who I love and miss so much. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my grandma, my brother Brian, you know what I'm saying? My uncle, you know what I'm saying, Sam, and my aunt, what is her name? Damn, how did I forget my auntie's name? So many of them. Hell, my grandmother had 8 Deb, my aunt Deb. That's my aunt Deb. You know what I mean? 8 uncles and 8 aunties. You know what I mean? My grandmother had 16 kids on the McKinley side. Shout out to the Love Portal. And my grandmother was tough, but also sweet. My grandma McKinley, her heart was so kind. I'm talking about kind heart. And I think that's what kept me strong over all the years and everything that I've been through. The love for my grandmother. My Aunt Freddie, my Aunt Freddie could sit down and talk to me. My Aunt Deb, just man, my cousin Vicky, all, my brother Brian, a few, Deb, Vicky, Brian, they on a different metaphysical plane. You know what I'm saying? And those energies, and the reason why I speak of them because those are, I'm not gonna sit here and talk negatively about anybody, especially about Karen Darby fat ass, my uncle Billy, those type of worthless derelicts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to speak about them, but there is, I'm not somebody who's so hurt or traumatically driven, and yeah, I've been beat down, except for I've been loved, I've been hugged, and in the darkest of times, somebody looked at me and said, "I'm gonna hug you because there's a way out." There's a beautiful thing, and that's what I vibe and survive off of. So I'm gonna give the total experience of who I am. Is it gonna take time? Hell yeah. You didn't know that. That's why I come on every Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. And look at that. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Big Pat, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, and a big rundown to everybody that's out tonight. Peace out to my man Capoeira Pat. You know what I mean? Because I remember when I first saw the movie about Capoeira, I think it's Capoeira. My man be playing all type of, exotic instruments going around the world. So shout out to Capoeira Pat, my girl Kim, my girl Martine, my man Ray for sending me some stars. I told y'all, send your man some stars. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man with the gold teeth and the gold tone talking to a gold microphone. Talk to me, baby. Not if, and, or maybe. You know what I mean? And if this is your first time joining me, I would like to say welcome to 1438 North Ninth the podcast. Who am I? Michael Coates, baby. They call me conversation. Yes, and what am I? I'm a street talking motivational speaker and Gen X cross generational specialist. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm a Gen Xer. So I'm speaking across generations about my experiences that are relating to the experiences and how they click and formulate today. And unfortunately, like I said, I had experience this weekend where I had 2 people under the age of 22, grown adults completely sober, spit in my face, and I beat the hell out of one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I checked the other one, you know, because even though you young and you can't fight and you can't read or write, you can't fight and you can't write because they can read. They got computers. It's unfortunate that they stopped taking, hand cursive out of school. When you write in cursive or when you learn how to write, you learn how to express yourself. You know what I mean? The power of the written word is so profound. The power of reading the written word is so great. So that's why my interludes, I'm reading. And if you ain't got enough time to read, you can go listen to Audible. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a black man telling a black man's story. I ain't gonna let nobody tell my story. It is what it is. What it ain't, it shall never be, you know? And it's a great thing. And that's just who I am and why I'm doing this. Like I said, I'm cleaning out my closet, but my closet isn't so dingy and dark where it didn't have no light in the hallway going out. Like I said, going to Carver Park, swimming and taking the swim test and seeing everybody like Martine and them, in they Roosevelt shorts and things like that. And they got that booty like Scooty just hanging out, looking like Tootie, you know what I'm saying, off the facts of life. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about a different stroke, and I'll tell you about a dynasty or a Knots Landing. You know what I'm saying? Because being in Dallas, you always knew that there was days of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Because going to General Hospital, you might have known that Married with Children was something. And if you really sit back and relax, and you will know that Auto Man who turned into MacGyver, come on now, talk to me, tell me something. Am I talking to you a little bit wrong? So what's conjunction, junction? What's your function? You know what I'm saying? What's an adjective and an adverb? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what that is, go on YouTube and look up Schoolhouse Rock. But if you're really smart, then you'll know I was really talking to you about the big movie, uh, about the planet from the third rock. You know what I'm saying? And if you can really decipher what I just talked to you about, then you would know the days of our lives. And Hans Christian was your man of choice. So we're gonna do a banana split. You know what I mean? And what is his name? We're gonna do a banana split to Commander McBride. It has been a pleasure for y'all to allow my mighty mouse to come into y'all Pollyanna tonight. You know what I'm saying? Polly purebred, because I'll tell you like this: when Clark Kent was going around the Daily Planet, he found a bugle. You know what I mean? So if you can really understand what I'm saying, then Peter Parker might be on your program. So thank you for your time, your essence, and every Monday through Friday, I am your voice of choice. I'm coming into your house and I'm going to talk to you about my experiences. I'm a 50-year-old man going on 51. God bless all the Aries, because being a fire sign is a wonderful thing, baby. I just want to say that, you know. So if you really understood what I just took y'all through, then you'll know the family ties, because there was no silver spoon in my mouth. So if y'all can really, really dissect what I said, you'll have a great day. And if I haven't talked to you and I will not see you tomorrow, I would like to say good afternoon, good morning, and good night. It's been a pleasure, Truman. And this has been a Hillside production. What's my name? Michael Coates. Thank y'all for attending the session of 1438 North Night, the podcast. And who am I? Michael Coates, baby. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Watch your back. Stay strapped. Be on the hizzle for the nizzle. It has been a wonderful pleasure for you to allow me into your mind and your heart. And I pray that you took something good from it, you learned from it, or it was just something for you now to flip through them channels. Like, if you can flip through them channels, get your ass outside. Peace.